Who presents this woman to this man?
I do.
Thank you very much. The rest of you may be seated, and you may collect your bride. Gerald, Jessica, you stand before me today with the purpose of establishing a new and a beautiful relationship, the relationship of husband and wife. For marriage is indeed one of those very special opportunities that you have of making a public commitment of yourselves to each other. In the beginning, God created man and woman with the intent they would be a team. So we read in the 2nd chapter of Genesis, "Therefore a man leaves his father and mother and embraces his wife, and they become one flesh." And I have a strong suspicion today that you know your love for each other is about as deep as it could be, or you would not be standing here in front of me. I also have a belief that love is much like a mustard seed, which is one of the smallest seeds we plant in a garden, and yet it grows into one of the biggest plants. And I have a tendency to see your deep love for each other today as being like that mustard seed that's just now being planted. For I have a strong suspicion that your love hasn't reached its peak yet. That's still to come, for I'm deeply convinced that as you work together as husband and wife, you'll find that your love continues to grow, to blossom, to mature, till years from now you'll look back and say, "Oh my goodness, how great our love has grown." And that is something tremendous to look forward to. Marriage is a sacred and intimate trust that's to be entered into with reverence and sincerity. For marriage is a commitment of love. Love has brought you together, and now you're choosing to share your lives with each other. Are you willing to make that commitment to each other today?
Yes.
If you're faithful to the vows you're about to make, I'm also deeply convinced you will find great satisfaction in your lives together. Gerald, think of those hands you're holding. They are beautiful. They're also loving, caring, tender, giving, kind hands. For Jessica's giving to you her love, her life, her devotion. Do you promise to her your undivided love and devotion?
I do.
Then repeat after me. I, Gerald, take you, Jessica,
I, Gerald, take you, Jessica,
to be my life's companion,
to be my life's companion,
to be your loving and faithful husband.
I'll say it again.
To be your loving and faithful husband.
To be my love. To be your love, faithful husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
For better or worse.
For better, for worse.
In riches or in poverty.
Even if I'm poor.
In sickness or in health.
Sickness and in health.
I will love and respect you.
I will love and respect you.
Till death parts us.
Till I'm dead.
And Jessica, think of those hands that are holding your hands. For Gerald is giving to you the richest and noblest treasure any woman could ever receive. For he's giving to you his love, his life, his devotion. For he's chosen you to be that one special lady he wants to spend the rest of his life with. Do you promise to him your undivided love and devotion?
I do.
Then repeat after me. I, Jessica, take you, Gerald, to be my life's companion, to be your loving and faithful wife, to have and to hold, for better or worse, in riches or in poverty, in sickness or in health. I will love and respect you till death parts us. And the vows you've just exchanged with each other are indeed an intimate trust to each other. And I would challenge you to be faithful to those vows as long as you both live. The wedding rings that you're about to exchange are much more than just precious metals. They're also symbols of very precious, very important promises that you've made to each other. So Gerald, now be a wonderful opportunity to place a ring upon Jessica's hand. And repeat after me. This ring I give you.
This ring I give you
as a symbol of my love
is a symbol of my love
and as a promise of my loyalty.
and a promise of my loyalty.
And you may finish placing the ring.
What you want on there?
And Jessica, you may return the honor. And repeat after me. This ring I give you as a symbol of my love and as a promise of my loyalty. And you may finish placing the ring.
Better be.
The rings are indeed just symbols, but it's my prayer for you that people will know you're one by your love, your care, your devotion to each other. Traditionally, the wedding rings are symbols of unity, harmony, longevity, and it's also my prayer for you that your life together will be one of unity and harmony as long as you both live. And notice I use the word unity, not uniformity. For if you haven't figured it out, you will find things you will disagree about, and those do not destroy unity. Those are merely a reflection of the fact that you are two very special, very unique people who are choosing to share their lives with each other. Paul, in the 13th chapter, 1 Corinthians, paints a beautiful word picture of what love looks like in action. And I'm partial to the Message paraphrase that reads something like this. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut, doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first, doesn't fly off the handle, doesn't keep a record of the mistakes of others, doesn't throw a party when others fail, takes pleasure in the flowering of truth, puts up with anything, trusts God always. Love always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. So let the rings be a reminder, a symbol, if you will, of that kind of love. And lastly, notice the beauty and the value of the rings themselves. They will never compare to the beauty and the value that you see in each other. And that beauty and value that you see in each other will only continue to increase as you work together as husband and wife. Now, it is indeed my honor and my privilege as a minister to almost pronounce you husband and wife. But before I do, I understand you also have your own vows that you would like to add at this time. So, Gerald, you may go first.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
I'll see if I get through this.
Getting for war.
Jessica, I love you. I can do it. Give me a minute. Jessica, I love you so, so much. I'm glad we came back together through Facebook. Beat me down in game pole. I'm Bejeweled.
I told you I was your queen.
Told me you're the queen, and now you are. I'm just stay forward. On the right side, thick and thin. I'm done.
Jessica, you may go.
Since the day started this relationship, you showed me a different kind of life. Very special. Even though we have our moments, you stuck by and never left. And that proved to me that you're one. Because I know I've put you through a lot.
It's all good.
And I know that this can never be broken up.
Hell no.
And so I want to let you know that you will have my heart forever and eternally.
It is indeed my honor and my privilege as a minister and as authorized by the state of Nevada to pronounce you husband and wife.